Hello, Robert. How are you? Hello, Stacy. Okay, glad that both of you come first because I came up with a few different double bass drum exercises or some things that you can do. I didn't write them out yet, but I will write them out sometime before tomorrow's lesson or maybe even tonight's lesson. And I'll send them to you, okay? So, let's start kind of like what we did yesterday with the bass drums, all right? What I'd like you to do first, if you remember the turnarounds, and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and E and 4E and 1. You remember the turnarounds, gentlemen, ladies? Remember? R equals 16th note. L equals 16th note, single strokes, alternating. And when we make the change from right-hand lead to left-hand lead, we use the paradiddle. So if I did a run of rights, which would be 1E and 2E, 3E, and I change to the left. 2E and 3E and 4E and blah. You remember that? Okay, so what we're going to do is with the bass drums. 1E and 2E and that's right hand, right lead, then left. 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and E and 3E and 4E and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm just doing 4 rights and 4 lefts. You could do any combination, maybe right, right, left, left, like 2E and 3E and 4E and 2, 3, 4. And then do them in unison or harmonically. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You get that, guys? You guys get that? I'm going to definitely write it down. Then we do eighth note triplets. We're starting with the right. We're going right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, so we have 1 and 2 and 3 and left, right, right, left hand lead. That's this with the hands. 1 and 2, 3, 4, right, right, left, 2, 3, 4. So it goes right hand lead, left hand lead. Marcio, how are you? Is that a gift for me? Thank you. Let's see what you said, Robert. I'm sorry. Well, that's the harmonic exercise. That's fantastic. But use a metronome with that. And at least do the left-hand side of the page. You understand the triplets there? And I'll get to that stick control book in a minute. You know, 1 and 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now when I'm doing that double, making the turnaround, 1, I'm doing it with the bass drum. 2, 3, 4. Do we see that? Good. Now, way back, I had a question one time. Can you give me some feet exercises for double bass drums? And yes, we did. It wasn't the double bass drums. It was with the feet, hi-hat and bass drum. I don't think I have my double bass drums set up. And I instructed this. I went 1, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and vamp, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1. You remember that, guys? Okay, so now we're going to do that with the double bass drums. We're going to go 1 and 2 and 3, nice and light. 2 and 3 and 4, and feet flat on the floor. 4 and 2 and 3 and vamp, and 1 and 2 and 4 and 2. 2, 3, 4. My foot's flat on the ground. 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and vamp, and 1. So on and so forth. Do paradiddles like that. Sorry. Doubles. For any line of your choice or any exercise of your choice. For example, 1 and 2 and... We remember that stick control book exercise. We had 1 and 2 and... 1, 2... Whichever one you want to do in unison with the bass drum and snare drum. Bass drums and snare drums. Snare drum, rather. Hello, Matt. Okay. That's just a little bit extra. And Marcio, before, just about when I was to sign off yesterday, you made a statement. I want to learn how to play like Joe Morello. Well, you and the whole world does, but that's okay. I don't want to be able to play like Joe Morello. I want to be able to play like Matt Patella. I want to establish my own voice. And yes, I love Joe Morello, one of the greatest drummers ever to live, one of the greatest, well, the greatest hand technician in the world. What can I say? Okay, so also starting Monday, it's going to be the workbook. All right, we're going to be working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from the workbook. And then if I get some questions about the hands or the feet, we'll address it as we go. But the primary thing is the workbook. You know, ostinato number 1, 2, 3. I think Paul was working on number 5, the E-ands. I believe that's what it was. Now, Marcio, you're going to have to purchase some books because I'm not going to send you no more PDFs. I didn't even get $1 for a donation from you. That's not a good thing. But that's okay. So all of next week, okay, is the workbook. Now, are there any questions from last night's lesson or yesterday afternoon's lesson? Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. 3 people are in the chat and 6 people are watching. Unreal. No questions. The triplet roll. All right, there's a single stroke exercise I didn't write out, but I will. It's alternating strokes. I'll do it with the hands first, then we're going to do it harmonically. I have a lot of catching up to do, guys. I'm just computerized out. All right, so we're starting with 16ths. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and Now when I get to 4, it's 4 E, and on the and it's 30 seconds. And 1, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2, 3. Also, you can use a paradiddle there to make it turn around with the left. See that? 1 E and 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2. Do we understand that? I have to write that out. Okay, and then we'll do that with the bass drums as well. Well, you guys have me at the double pedals now. Instead of collecting dust, now I got them set up. E and 4 E and 2. That's singles. Now paradiddles. 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 4 E. I'll write that all out for everybody, okay? And I really enjoy that exercise, the stick control book with the double bass drums, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. With the vamp, you keep that going, okay, Robert? And Stacy, and whoever has double bass drums. All right, any questions so far? Okay. Let's go into the syncopation formulas. You guys have that? Syncopation formulas. And this has to do with the vamping patterns that I showed you last night. First, we're going to do just a straight ahead triplet. Bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4, hi-hat 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to open up to page 2. And we're going to play the right-hand side of the page. But we're going to play the right-hand side of the page right here. So let's start with line 1. Line 1, the right hand would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Or you can play it with the bass drum. 1, 2, play triplets. 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what you're doing there is you're really working on the reading, plus you're strengthening. Number 2, Stacy, the right-hand side of the page. Syncopation formulas. I'm doing it 2 different ways. I'm playing triplets with my bass drum. Bass drums. That thing keeps getting in my way. It makes me uncomfortable. And I'm playing the right hand I'm playing the right-hand side of the page, line 1. See, what I did is I showed straight up and down, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then to swing it, you go into an eighth note triplet mode. 1 and 2, 3, 4. So I'm taking it to another platform, and I'm sort of consolidating my practice time. You know, instead of just sitting there playing 1, 2, 3, 4, which is not a problem. It's okay. But I want to make that stronger, and I want to be able to play it cleaner, more relaxed. So I challenge it, and I say, okay, I'm going to play against it. So I take the right-hand side of line 1, and I play it on the floor tom-tom and a snare drum at the same time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the line 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 2, right hand side. 1 and 2. Third line. 4. Next. So on and so forth. You understand that? Good exercise. Now, we get crazy with this, but let's just stay there. We're consolidating the practice. And you could do the whole page like that. And pages, okay? Now, the reason why I wrote that out like that was because, you know, you hear people say, yeah, he really swings. Well, it's just interpretation. Like I take a paradiddle and I swing it. So I played it straight, swung. You hear the difference? Another killer exercise with the double bass drums. So I'm playing eighth note triplets, and I'm doing 3 rights and 3 lefts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try to write them all out like I said before. And especially this one. This is nice. So on and so forth. Okay? And I'm going to send them out to everybody, double bass drum players or not. Now, we're doing the one exercise that we're playing in the syncopation book. We're playing triplets. We're swinging it. I open up the page. It's page 2, the first one on the right-hand side. It's the second measure on the page, which is 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So against what I'm doing is I'm playing the eighth note triplet with the feet. 3. Then I'm playing that down with the line. 1. One and 2 and 3, 4. In unison. I come up with all kinds of things. The triplets on the bass drum, Robert. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you're playing the line in unison. 1 and 3 and 4 and you have this 1, 2. Now the line 4, 1. You understand that now? You got it? Now, another way, we can go to the first measure and play 16th notes. And play what's there on the floor tom-tom, the first measure. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... Now you work things out like that, ouch, you're gonna have a hell of feet. Ah, just got something in the eye. We understand where we are going. Okay, you got everything. All right. Don't restart computer. All right. So you can do two ways, the triplets and the 16th notes. And if you're doing the triplets, you can revert. You got to stay here. You can go to the stick control book. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. And play just the rights. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. But play them in unison. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. 1 E and a 2. Line 2. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and... See it? Or swing. All right, 1, 2, 3. In unison, 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3. 1, 2, line 2. 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. All the stuff I have to write out, guys. It's much easier for you, but there's a lot there. All right? You know, I'm not a double bass drum player, but it's fun, you know? It breaks up the practice time. And it opens up some more doors because of the different voices that you're going to be using. We all understand that. Marcio, you still there? You got it? You got it. It is a lot of fun. So actually, practicing is hard work if you're trying to accomplish something. But why just make it hard work? Make it fun and hard work. Now you could do this with every exercise that you've learned so far. You could do the whole page of stick control book with the turnarounds and do it in unison with the hands. And like, just let me do again to give you an idea of moving it around. I'm going to do R. Remember R equals the 60. We're doing the turnarounds, 4 rights and 4 lefts. We'd have 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. I could take the right hand and it gives me a whole different thing now. Three. Sorry. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 3, 4. Different feel, different. It's weird, but man, it's developing you. You could do, if you remember, the 4-way coordination. We made 1 and 2 and. Now we can make 1 and. That was line 3. Line 5, the paradiddle. All kinds of things. I'm laying out the basic patterns, the basic exercises. You have to be creative, experiment. You see, I've had many discussions with some really great drummers. And I don't know if you guys, well, Alan Herman, for example, Daniel Glass, Mark Walker, Mike Clark, and a lot of others. And there's a new guy now in the Art of Drumming group. What a set of hands this guy has. His name is Beppe Morelli. I think that's what you pronounce. He's in California right now. But when he comes to the East Coast, he is going to do a show. He has a great set of hands. Great set of hands. And, you know, I have my views and my opinions, and I don't want to say publicly. But, I mean, I like the guy, his technique, and he was a former student of Joe Morello. Okay? You know, it took him a lot of hard work to get to where he's at. And it's all related to the stick control book. Every drummer that I just mentioned lived with the stick control book and exercises like this. I don't play. When I play the music, I don't know if you caught the conversation with Paul and I about, you know, it was my heel up or my heel down using the bass drum. And he says he has a hard time when he's playing the music, when he does that, because he's worried about that. And my response to that was, you do not worry about technique when you play music. You play music. You practice technique. The technique should be there because you practice technique. Like I said to everyone else, and I could say this, and I'll go to my grave with this. Nobody is going to teach you how to play. And there is no right or wrong when you're playing. What I teach is technique, proper execution. You could argue with me. I'm not saying anybody here, but anybody would like to argue with me. I don't argue. I just proof it. No matter what you play, to make it natural, you have to maintain the laws of physics. You fight the laws of physics, you will lose. Period. Do we agree? Disagree? What? Stacy, give me your input. Marcio, Robert, give me your input. What's this? Okay. It's simple. Like, if I'm playing something like Black Magic Woman by Santana, I'm playing the boundaries, yes. You know, I can't go start a drum solo or play a march inside of that, but I can probably. Might get fired. But I play the song within the parameters. How I hear it, how I feel it. I utilize my technique. Well, that's because I've noticed on a video you sent me one time, you hold the sticks too tight. I want to talk about the rebound is not a problem. A real rebound, I'm just going to drop this. I'm going to hold a stick like this, if you can see. Let me see up here, maybe. Can you see that, Stacy? Now, I'm just gripping the stick in there. Look. That's a real rebound. You're talking about doing doubles. Again, here comes the laws of physics. That one E. 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm going to exaggerate the motion. I'm not attacking doubles as 1 E and a. I'm going to have 1, da, 2. The 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or 1 the and the 2 the and the 3 the and the 4 the and. And you'll feel the rebound. You can see, all right. You got 1. If I break the motion down, it's a down, up, down. I'm using a seesaw so I can show you. A lot of people attack doubles like. The way I learned to rebound, I knew the stick had a rebound. I was maybe 12 years old, 13 years old. And I saw drummers play their roles, especially the drum corps drummers. And I said, man, I got to learn how to do that. And I would just sit there for hours going, nothing. And I keep practicing and practicing until I discovered the rebound. All right, that rebound has to be discovered by you. All right, let me just give you some exercises that might help you feel that rebound better or catch it or understand it better. When I'm doing doubles, for example, from the stick control book, where you just say 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and a lot of guys would do their doubles starting on the 1. 1 E and you notice there's a stroke and a rebound, and there's two different sounds on the right, two different sounds on the left, but they're so slight you can't hear them. So I'm attacking the roll as 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Second way you could attack it, hit the 1 and you're doubling from the E and. 1 E and 2 E and. I reversed it. See that again? I'll do it again, Stacy. 1 E and 2 E and. E and 2 E and 3. You see it, Stacy? You get it, Stacy? Just fooling around. All right. Well, when you come up here in November, you're gonna go back home with doubles, smooth. And see, that's when it's good with a group class because, I mean, one-on-one is cool, you know. But 6 hours with one-on-one, 3 days in a row is a long time. So you have 2 or 3 or 4 people in here, and I'm explaining that, and everybody I say, all right, Stacy, you do it. Now, you not only have me, but you have 3 other people seeing what you're doing and maybe giving you some insight, or that they're learning, or whatever the scenario might be. Robert, do you see that? I'm going to write it out. I got to get time to write it out. I just, you know, like I said, I'm all computered out. My brain is really like not fried, but tired. And my body is tired too. Believe me, I'd rather have a job on construction for 20 hours than working on a computer for 8. Working on a computer for 8 is more tiring. Mentally, anyway. All right. Any questions on what I've done today so far? You'll get it, Stacy. No problem. Just loosen up the grip. If you're holding the stick tight, you're going to prevent it from rebounding. I'm loose. I control the rebound. If you go and let it go, you're not going to get a rebound. I hold the stick tight enough. Good for you, Robert. I hold the stick tight enough so I can control it, but loose enough so it sounds and plays. I got a grip on it tight enough so I can control it if I make one stroke. If I want to stroke and release, I'm releasing, and on the release I'm catching that. Now, you don't want to get into a bad habit like that, but you'll see, most definitely. I really wish that Robert could come here in November, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That would be so nice. We get crazy. Now don't forget, just to prepare you, I'm just letting you know today for Monday's lesson, all week, 1 o'clock or 7 o'clock, the workbook. So start hanging out with that. 20 minutes a day. When I do my doubles, all right, here's a good exercise. I don't have the stick control book. I think it's page 13, where we were doing, we did single strokes as 1 and 2, and then 3 and the 4 and. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. I just did the line. And you do that for a while with a metronome. Don't force it. Always be relaxed. Then we tagged the vamp. Remember we did a 4-measure vamp after that line? It was a 4-measure increment. Vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. And then we tagged to we do the line, and then we extend the roll. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And the longer you do it, the more you're going to experience about the rebound. See, Joe never taught me to do doubles because I already knew how to do doubles by the time I went there. But most of those drummers like Joe Morello and Mike Clark, and they had this finger thing to push and pull. Not with the right, but I can't do it with my left because of the injury. But they would go 1 E and they lift up they would go like back and forth. They bring it down with their 2 fingers and bring it back up with the other 2 fingers, up and down. I like to take it from the arm. My body's relaxed. When I do the triple roll, I'll do it at a variety of tempos. 2, 3, 4. So on and so forth. Okay. Marcio has no questions. Robert, you keep working hard. Like I said, I really wish you can come down the first weekend in November, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Stacy, we're on for that weekend. Marcio, you still there? You're hiding. Okay, if there is no questions, I have to do some work. I will be back tonight, 7 p.m. And for those who are watching and they're not in the chat, email me and I'll send you the PDFs and the scheduling for next week. My email. There you go. That's the email. Now, 7 p.m. lesson, Matt Patella, livelessons.com, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight's still going to be a little bit of an open lesson, or if I can write out some of the things with the double bass drums. Guys, try that, and let's see if you're experiencing any problem or anything, and we'll talk about it. Okay, guys, so have a good rest of the day. No, thanks, Matt, even more. Marcio, you going to be at the lesson tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Hold on. Let me give you the link. Got it there? Page 27. Where, Robert? What do you want to do? What book? Page 27. The syncopation formulas. Oh, short rolls. All right, that'll help you. That's actually all right. We'll do that tonight. Okay, remind me, and we'll do some of that tonight. We'll do doubles and singles. And in reality, the 6/8 there is going to be 2/4, and it's going to be triplets and triplet roll. I bypassed that, but now if you want to, we can work on that, and I'll show you how they're the correlation between the both of them. Okay. All right. So the stick control formulas or the stick control book. It's the stick control book. All right. Anyway, we'll see everybody tonight. Have a good rest